Morning. Day 55 or 56. I don't know exactly because I don't remember what yesterday was. Yeah, so I'm going to continue my Chris Pine watch. That sounded really weird. My Chris Pine movie watch. Much better. And I'm going to try exercising while I'm watching one of them. We'll see which one I get to when that's on. It'll probably be one of the Star Treks because I just finished the first Star Trek. And I'm going to do this one out of order too. I'm going Star Trek Beyond because that's currently what I have on Netflix. Star Trek Into Darkness is not on Netflix, so I'm going to have to switch over to my DVDs for that one. Second thought, Smoking Aces is on Netflix, so I'm going to have to watch on Netflix either. So anyways. So maybe I'll... and I don't have the luxury of having Smoking Aces on DVD. That's only on Netflix. So, yeah, maybe I will watch Into Darkness. You know what? I'll watch Into Darkness now and then switch, because I have that on DVD, and then switch to Netflix for Beyond. And then, yeah, that's what I'll do. Anyway, Into Darkness is the next one. Star Trek Into Darkness is the next movie. So yeah. Okay, Star Trek Beyond time now, and I'm gonna do my exercise at the same time because I haven't exercised for 2 days, so I need to exercise, but I also can't afford to miss time based on what I have left and based on what I watched yesterday. Now granted, yesterday I had a lot of calls, so that interrupted my schedule, but yeah, I can't let that interrupt my schedule. So I probably won't get calls today. So hopefully it's good. But we did a little snafu. Netflix isn't working, so I might have to push Smoking Aces back even further. So, whoops, that's one that screwed up. Initially, my fault, because I wanted to pay attention, and I'm completely awake. Because I did nap a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, holy jeez, this is not good. This is really... Note to self, in my 30s, stop pulling all-nighters. And I say that with the utmost knowledge that there's a very real possibility, unless I'm working, that I'm going to be pulling an all-nighter when Lucifer Season 5 comes out. Luckily, it's only 8 episodes, so it won't be as long. So it won't be a full all-nighter. But, again, I might be working anyway, so I might not be able to pull the all-nighter, because I'm definitely not doing it if I work. Anyway, but yeah. I need to not smart. I don't know why I pulled an all-nighter. Again, hopefully I'll sleep well tonight, though. Anyway, I love the scene in Star Trek Beyond. It's so awesome. Captain Kirk trying to present the whole thing that starts the whole mess to the Council of Things. That's the only way I can describe it. I'm not a Trekkie, so anyway, I'm gonna go exercise and watch Star Trek Beyond. I seem to be having trouble with Netflix, so I might start one of the other DVDs, the next one, which is This Means War. Love that one. And see if I can get Netflix working on some other device. I don't know what's going on. I'm not happy. Not happy. Okay, so trivia time for This Means War. Just full of cool facts. And it's not, so other than Chris Pine working with Reese Witherspoon again in oh my gosh, that's the other one I forgot that Chris is in. Sorry, I don't think I own that one. I would have seen it if I owned that one. That I need to get a hold of that one. I don't even remember the name now. A Wrinkle in Time. That's the movie that I was trying to think of. I don't own it, that's why I didn't think of it right away. So other than that movie, where Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon worked together, they also worked together on This Means War. So they worked together on at least 2 movies so far. But that's not my only trivia bit from this movie. This Means War also features the song Sabotage by, I believe, the Beastie Boys, which is also prominently featured in both Star Trek and Star Trek Beyond. So, yeah, there you go. I thought that was cool. Again, obviously other Chris Pine movies that we just finished watching. So, there you go. There's your little bit of trivia. So another little piece of This Means War trivia that I forgot. I like this movie. This is one of my favorite movies. So, I know stuff. Was that, so there's a scene where Chris's character is trying to get his friend Tuck over the phone, and he can't get him, and he leaves a message saying, "Tuck Tuck, Chips Marathon." So that's significant because Chris Pine's dad, Robert Pine, was in the TV show Chips back in the 70s. So that's the significance. So, you know, him saying Chips Marathon, I found it hilarious anyway, and I loved that little Easter egg in there. So, yeah, if you're still watching this and you don't appreciate that, then I don't know what to tell you. Because you knew what we were getting into yesterday. So, there we go. So I finally got Netflix working again. So it's Smokin' Aces. So I have no bit of trivia on this one because I have not seen it. Which is shocking, because in addition to Chris Pine, it also stars Ryan Reynolds. And I'm missing it. Yeah, so I'm going to be watching that, because I have no idea what's going on. It's the only one on my list that I haven't seen. So far I'm getting a very, like, Ocean series meets Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas meets Italian Job type of, meets Kill Bill type of vibe to it. I don't know how I feel about it. I will say, I don't see it becoming one of my favorite Chris Pine movies. Not even one of my favorite Ryan Reynolds movies. So, we'll see. Another piece of trivia that I forgot during Hell or High Water was that Ben Foster and Chris Pine also worked together in The Finest Hours as well. So, there we go. Which I don't own that one either. Wow. Okay, I have some thoughts. So first of all, another trivia link. Even though he was barely in that, Jason Bateman was also in Horrible Bosses 2 with Chris Pine. They both played a much more prominent role in that movie. Although Chris's character in that movie was kind of interesting. Not quite the level of his character in Smokin' Aces, but definitely not a Jack Ryan character either. No. So that. Second of all, yeah, definitely it's more of a like V for Vendetta, Kill Bill type movie. Definitely not something I would normally watch, which is probably why none of my friends forced me to watch it or suggested I watch it. Because even though they knew that it had both Ryan Reynolds and Chris Pine in it, not so much with the enjoyment. Not my type of movies. No. Glad I did watch it out of order though, because last night it would have been even weirder if I'd watched it. So, on another note though, oh my gosh, Ryan Reynolds as an FBI agent. I'm not complaining about that. That was very nice. Yep. So, yes. So next up on the Chris Pine movie marathon is Unstoppable. I am down to the second last one that I have, which means Wonder Woman hits, and you'll be able to find out those Harry Potter actors that I was talking about yesterday. So, bet you're super excited to find out. And at 5:30 the next day, we start the final video for this Chris Pine marathon, and it's Wonder Woman! Woo! So, now it's the time for spoilers. So the 3 Harry Potter actors that Chris worked with in the movies that I've seen, and as far as I know, all of the movies he's done so far, definitely the ones I own, are in Into the Woods. It's the actress that plays the giantess. She also played the another giantess, the headmistress of, as it's pronounced in the movies, Bo Baddens. So that's there. And then we've got Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit. That's a little more obvious one. That one is the actor that plays Gilderoy Lockhart. Also, not only directs Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, but he also plays, can't think of his name, the main Russian bad guy. So, there we go. And finally, Wonder Woman. So, this one's a huge spoiler, so definitely mute me now if you haven't seen Wonder Woman and don't want a spoiler. And I'll give you the thumbs up when I have finished the spoiler. So, Wonder Woman, and it took me forever to figure this one out. Like, I'm watching and I'm like, that actor looks familiar, and it wasn't until I saw his name at the end credits, when I put 2 and 2 together, that the actor that plays Professor Lupin in Harry Potter plays the Roman god of war in Wonder Woman. Oops, I made a mistake earlier. Ares is the Greek god of war, not the Roman god of war. I should have known that. Mars is the Roman god of war, because the gods are named, the planets are named after the Roman gods and goddesses. And B, she kept mentioning Zeus, and Zeus is a Greek god, which goes to follow that any other gods that are mentioned are also Greek. Should have known this better. I love Greek mythology. I studied Greek mythology in grade 7. Oh, Jessica, so disappointing in you. I mean, I know ancient Rome and ancient Greek mythology are pretty much the same things, just with different names. But still, I mean, I've gotten mad at Hercules for doing that, because in Disney's Hercules was the Roman god, whereas all the other gods are Greek, including the setting is Greek, but it was actually Heracles was his name in Greek. So, I should have known better, which is why I had to pipe in and correct myself from earlier, because I can't let that mistake go. I would not be able to let it go. So, there you go. Anyway, so, there you go. Little bit of trivia. there for you. So, yep. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. So, I'm surprised. So thank you for joining me on this journey. And yeah, it's. I have no desire to. I don't know why I stayed up all night. Well, because then I would have to continue this marathon tomorrow because I would not have made it through, being that it's 5:30, and I'm just finishing it up. And I've watched Deadly. Luckily, today, I think it helped that I didn't have any interruptions. I only had to pause once to do my laundry. So, yeah, that definitely helped. Otherwise, I would have been done a few hours ago if I didn't have the interruptions yet that I had yesterday too. But I expected those. I just did not expect how many hours I had of Chris Pine movies and TV shows. Yeah, and I definitely am not done because I still want Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which I have not even seen yet. I know. And and Finest Hours. I want to get Finest Hours. And there was one other one I think that A Wrinkle in Time, of course. So yeah, there we go. It's kind of a good thing though that I didn't have those movies because then I would still not be done. Yep. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. So I will see you maybe later. See if I do anything different tonight that's worth chatting about. But before I leave, I will say that it did help. I was able to get through yesterday a lot easier. I don't know if it was partly because I didn't usually I struggle the most when I go to sleep, and I just chose not to sleep. And watched through, but either way, whatever it was, it helped. So as much as I was crazy for pulling an all-nighter, I'm glad that it was able to help. So yeah, maybe that's a recommendation. Your favorite actor or actress, or your favorite genre of movie, or whatever category you can do. If you know the day's gonna be rough, do a marathon of that. Enjoy. So I'm not gonna be able to watch anything without waiting for Chris to pop up in it for the next little bit. What did I do to myself? What did I do to myself? Oh, jeez. Yep. That's all. Tomorrow will be a little bit more normal. So, yeah.